What am I gonna do with all this mess? I have tried so many times to get it clean and keep it clean. We're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. The first thing we're gonna do is empty it out and put everything in categories. And I got a plan for that.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down. Hallelujah.
While I'm waiting for the next step, I'm going ahead and taking all of these tools and sorting them. And I'm like, hey, I've got all these empty cubby holes. It doesn't mean I'm gonna keep all these things out here in these particular cubby holes, but in the meantime, I can use it to go ahead and sort all my drill bits, all my sockets, all my wrenches. And then when I get everything sorted, I can decide if I want to put certain wrenches in this toolbox, certain wrenches in that toolbox, but at least I have all the wrenches in one place.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down, down, down. Yes, they do. You may talk about your man of Gideon. You may brag about your man of song. But there's none like a good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho. I tell you, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls come tumbling down.
So got the whole room painted. Pegboard is black. This piece of pegboard is gonna go over here. On this side of the window, all the doors and drawers and all that is black. I'm gonna have some more to do with this to make it upgraded as well. Over here, all been painted white, that's black. On this side, now we're gonna keep this stove, and that's because it fits in the house where the stove is, but if that stove ever goes out, we'll have a backup. But that's keep staying here, so I'm gonna have to build this work bench kind of above that so it will fit behind it and underneath it. So we're gonna work on that today. But before we do that, we need to get all this kind of cleaned up and out of the center. So I'm gonna kind of make that workshop bench that I used before that was out of these doors. I'm gonna put that back in place. It will be replaced at some point, but not today. Now, I actually have a 3D model that I use on a app. You can see real quickly on that kind of what a layout of what I want to do with the shelves. Now, I know that's not pretty, nor do I want to keep it that way, but at least now this space is open. We can work and get this one built, get this one built, then get one built from the center. I've got a lot of building to do get this shop like it needs to be.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho.
The length and everything for this one. Well, this was about me explaining that I was going to rip this one piece in half to make the long section of this workbench, but the wind is blowing so much you can barely hear me. And here I'm using two 2x4s to make each leg. Now we made a board. Now we got a board that came between here and here, and the same distance here to here, same as over here and here. That's going to keep the sides framed. Now what we're going to do is put a board from here to there and another one here to here, so we can have a shelf, and that is 1 foot off the ground, so you can store stuff under it and above it. I'm trying to put this board here, and I'm by myself. So guess what? I'm going to try to use this. Alright, so now you can see I removed the slats on the top, so that way everything here can be painted black, and then we'll put slats on again much closer together as the top. But all this is going to be black. We've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4 long 2x4s. Anyway, this is the back, so this is the uglier side, so that's the back. So it's not like just realized I put that board on the wrong side. This is the back, and that means that this board needs to go on this side. Now that I've got that fixed, John actually paints it for me. Now I didn't just do nothing, I actually built the other bench. Now I've got all these slats already cut for the tabletop, and so all I have to do now is fasten all of these down. The top one, there's going to be no gaps. Now I'm going to have to cut all these slats, and they're going to be spaced apart. This is just shelving down here. They don't have to be close together because it's not a tabletop. Out. Now here's what it looks like with the slats on the bottom shelf, and well, here's both of them together in the shop. So let me show you real quick how this workbench is going to be used. You kind of can see an image of it back there with all this copper on it. Going to be using it just for all of the stripping wire and breaking apart copper, maybe even some brass. But we've got here the ends of cables that I've got cut off. Got some bare strand wire here, a bunch of wire over here that is needing to be stripped. Got a new stripper in right here that once it's mounted to here, we can start stripping this wire out. Over here we have some copper tubing. Back here a little bit of brass that I've got that I've already kind of separated. This little bin here is just for any steel that comes off in the process. When you get these copper tubes, sometimes you might have like this piece here that has a little bit of, it looks like copper, but it's got steel, like copper over the top of steel. As well as I've got this scale right here, so I can also get kind of a quick measurement of how much weight I've got if I want to. This is going to be much better having a workspace. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, God bless.